Good. How you doing?
What's your confidence that this offense is going to pull together and get rolling soon?
Practice. Watching everybody at practice, seeing everybody work. It's a new week and new opportunities, and it's new blessings.
And how about Deshaun? Just what do you see in him that makes you think that he's going to kind of start running up?
Just watching them in practice. Last game is in the past, and this week is up. And we watching them work, man. Watching us build the chemistry together, and in a new week. And I think everybody feels good, moving forward.
In the last 2 weeks, the Titans gave up big yards to two talented receiving players. Do you think you guys can take advantage of that?
I think that's the perspective we got to have going into every week is that we're trying to take advantage of the defense. As a receiver, that's always our main focus. So, yeah.
Like you saw, obviously Kevin moving you around and using you a ton of different ways during training camp and stuff. Do you feel like during the regular season you're still trying to figure out the perfect way to use it?
Yeah, I feel like it's like that for everybody. At the end of the day, it's just we're trying to win. So however we can get that done, I think that's what we're going to focus on.
What exactly are we going to do strengths you off of that about this Thanksgiving?
Definitely a good group. We can't take them lightly, just like I say every week. It's NFL game. So the games go anyway every single week, so we got to put our best foot forward.
How do you think the locker room is processed go off? So Nick Chubb had injury, and where do you think everybody stands now?
I mean, it's definitely unfortunate. Football brings unfortunate, examples like that everyone got to see. That I'm sure that everyone in this locker room is not happy, but it's football. It has to be next man up. But we definitely have our prayers and thoughts out to him. And we got to keep pushing for him. I know he would want that.
With the loss of Nick, do you feel like everybody, including yourself, has to do more to make up for him? You know what I mean? Out of the field, we need to make more plays.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we just gotta do what we do. He was a big part of our offense, of course, and I know that part will be very missed by every single person in his locker room. But it's next man up. And what he has said in the slight conversation that we had with him as well, he wants us to keep going as well. So I think that's the best thing that we should do, is win.
What have you seen in Jordan Ford throughout the season? I know he missed a lot of camp, but what have you seen in him that makes you think he's going to go out there and excel?
I mean, I don't think he has a choice. That's something that's going to be repetitive. When people go up, I don't think they should have the mindset of don't blink, because things like this happen. It's football.
It's important for you guys to get on the same page offensively, but how important is it for you guys to get on the same page as the defense and have two really big games and play that complementary football you guys talked about?
We definitely need to play. It's a team game. It's all three phases of the game, and I feel like we all got to do a better job of excelling and making that flow. And that's definitely our plan.
What are you doing more to be better yourself as you play against the Titans?
Just execution. That's ultimately what the whole game is. Whenever I look at myself, I always want plays back, and I think everybody thinks like that. But I try to go into the game trying to be perfect, as much as I can, even though I know that I won't be. But that's the perspective that I have on myself.
Do you feel like the opportunities have been there the first 2 weeks to have a bigger impact?
Yeah, definitely been there. For whatever reason, I always put it on myself. How can I make it? Shave it down to make it easier for him to throw, or whatever it is, right? So I always try to put it on myself, because at the end of the day, it is a team sport. I can't get it without the quarterback. Quarterback can do it without the line. It's a bunch of components.
Is that one deep ball down the sideline? Is that one?
Yeah, I want that bad. I want that bad for sure. But I got this game for it.
Speaking of that, obviously you had a bunch of plays you're just out of bounds.
Yeah.
Was it a point of emphasis for you this week going into practice on working on that sideline?
Yeah, it's just spatial awareness. That's all it is. When you're playing so fast in the heat of the moment, I think that's something that I've always prided myself on. I usually am good in that area, but I just got to keep working on it. That's all.
Do you feel like that some of those things, like quarterback is getting to know a receiver, just some of the timing and the pacing, where he plays the ball, the nuances of that chemistry happens kind of in game?
Yeah, I think that's an in-season type of transition. It definitely takes time. Of course we throw with each other every single day, but firing bullets in the game versus practice is totally different.
We see guys like Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey using just multiple ways. Do you kind of view yourself as that type of weapon for this offense?
Yeah, I mean, I view myself as somebody that whenever my number's called, I feel like I can get it done, whatever way that is. You know, I put my best foot forward, and if it's something that I need work on, I'm gonna really put my best foot forward to get that done. So yeah.
Couple more. What are the biggest challenges that the Titans defense present to you guys as an offense?
I think they're just a good group, you know, overall. You know, when you have a lot of people that play together, I know their group is young in certain areas, but you know, as far as a group that's played together under a coach like Vrabel, you know, you gotta respect it. So I think that's how we look at it. You know, it's an NFL team. We gotta attack it with our best foot forward. Thank you, appreciate you.
behind the wrap?
Well, we got some none your business.
Myles, you faced two very familiar foes in the first 2 weeks. Have you noticed a difference in? I know, I imagine they're still doubling and chipping on stuff. But have they approached you differently in any other schematic ways?
Really not particularly. I mean, it's still double and chip, don't slide the line. One thing that surprised the hell out of me is some of the play actions that looked very convincing. I remember it was one with Fryermuth where he was on me for a second and the halfback came, but I thought it was running. I was like, no way they're going to have this guy on me one-on-one. And I'm about to get off, and I was like, oh, shoot, it's pass. And the halfback was already there. So I was surprised with that play, but, I mean, most of it's pretty standard at this stage.
Did Pittsburgh use a guard on you more than other teams do?
Yeah, the guard did come down quicker than I expected, and I think he was probably told to do so. And it was keep a watchful eye on me, seeing how I was doing, whether I was winning inside or trying to play through him. So I think that was something they really schemed up.
This defense hasn't let anyone inside the 30 as a leader of this defense. How good does that feel, and how do you keep that going?
Why you look at my rap like that?
See, I'm hungry. I'm be honest about it.
It feels good, but we got to keep it up. Got to set that as a standard. Nobody within the 30. Realistically, someone's going to break that. But as soon as they do, we got to show that mental toughness and resilience to be able to say, well, they don't get into the end zone, or they don't get past the 10 or the 20, whatever it is.
Myles, what do you think the mood is given the difficult loss Monday night, and then not having Nick Chubb?
Our spirits are high because we know we have on this team, and we know exactly the spirit of what we stand for and what Nick stands for, and how exactly he wants us to play. And he's still fully behind us and with us, and even though it's not physical right now, we've been able to talk to him and know how he feels, and he still has high hopes for all of us this season, and we're ready to roll without our main guy.
Did Kareem Hunt kind of give you guys a morale boost when coming back?
A morale boost? I wouldn't particularly say that, just because the morale never dropped. It dropped during the game just because it was the suddency of the injury and not knowing the severity of everything, and that really was a shock to everyone around. But I know 2 days later, guys were ready to roll, ready to shake that loss off and get back on the win column. So it's definitely a boost for us, especially on the offensive side, and looking forward to seeing what he can do. And I know he's excited to get back on the field and play in this orange and brown.
Henry, can you just what can you say about trying to tackle a guy that's so big and powerful like him?
What you mean? He looked like me. He looked like me, but like 1 inch shorter and like 15 pounds lighter. So, I mean, the guy is physically impressive. He's a hell of a football player. He's been doing it at a very high level for a while now. And you gotta come with a head full of steam and take those legs up. Got to go for the ball. Got to make sure he doesn't get those 5 steps into the ground and keep him off track. Once he's going downhill, he gets that second level. He's very hard to stop. That's been that case for all of his career.
When you try to tackle someone like that, and also kind of like in light of what happened with Minka and John, you just have to get him down any way that you possibly can. Or do you have it in your head? Oh, I can't go low. I can't.
No.
Those things. How do you approach that?
Minka didn't do anything illegal. He was playing the game that was supposed to be played. It was very unfortunate which it happened. Nick getting held up, just planting his foot, and the hit and all that. That's not unlike what corners around the league do. This is something that's very common, and we're not going to do anything illegal to take Henry down. We're just going to go up to the ball, hit his thigh boards, try to take his legs out, and keep the guy safe and healthy. But we're going to do our best to chop him down as well.
We know what the run defense numbers were last year, and you guys are off to a great start. Is stopping Henry like proof that you guys have really transformed that run defense?
Only as good as your last game, so we'll see after the game what the numbers are, but can't say that our run defense is so much better until we face this guy and we do well, and then we got to face the next guy. You can't be worried about what last game's numbers say. It's all about who you are when the lights turn on, because any given Sunday, things can change.
What do you feel like this defense still needs to do?
Keep playing at this level RPM, still keeping the energy high, the swagger which we've been playing with, and the passion's been on another level. Gotta continue to take the ball away. We took the ball away a couple times, had a couple clips of that, but man, we need to score. We needed to score on a couple of those, or one went out of bounds, and then one with Grant falling. We had some big takeaways, but we gotta take them to the end zone. That's where we can go over the top, and we have the pieces to do it. We've shown that we can get our hands on the ball, whether it's from a fumble or a pick. Just gotta take it one step further.
How important is it for you guys on defense to kind of keep this up while the offense, as I said, works to get on the same page so you can play complementary?
It's always complementary football. Whether either one of us, offense, defense, having a bad day. So it's just how well can you complement each other? And I think the Heat would have been a little bit different if we came up with one of those touchdowns on defense, and we would have won that game. So just it's a matter of perspective. And I think we keep on playing at this level. Offense is going to get going regardless, and they don't have to be world beaters every Sunday, and neither do we. But as long as we do what we need to win, that's all that matters.
In terms of playing at home, you guys are back to the Brown Stadium, not just this week, but peeking ahead a couple of weeks ago. How important is it for you just to establish that dominance at home and just really be unbeatable there?
Got to protect the house. At the end of the day, you can't let anybody come in your home and disrespect you. And I think everyone feels that, especially the defense. We want to prove that up north is us, and we run what's around here.
Is there a balance between trying to all pick up your games to pick up the slack for not having Nick and not trying to do too much?
Just do what you're doing. Not to worry about what the offense is doing, or if they're going to be the same without Nick. It's never going to be the same without Nick. Nick is potentially a Hall of Fame running back and All-Pro, Pro Bowl. Never going to be the same. He's also a high character guy. That people love in the locker room and love outside the facility. So it's gonna be different. You're gonna feel the presence. Or the lack of presence. You're gonna know it's there. Doesn't mean it can't be different and still work effectively. And so we're not going to do our jobs any differently because he's no longer here physically. We're going to continue to work and play and perform as we did, knowing that he's still behind us.
This is a play-action game, Tennessee's play-action game, considering you're starting with Derrick Henry as, the guy you're faking.
I don't know yet. We'll see. You see me bite on one of those play-actions, it's pretty good now.
Have you had a chance to talk to Nick?
I have not. He's kept pretty private and tried to get messages to him through other people, but I know he's trying to, lock in and get ready for this journey ahead.
What are some of the reasons that have you guys, you said a little earlier that, morale is down. What are some of the reasons that make you guys know and realize that even though Nick isn't here, you guys can still do everything you want to do this season?
Because that's what great teams do. You fight through adversity. You're resilient through times of struggle and strife, and you keep on chugging ahead.
Myles, is it difficult, like in a game on Monday night when they've just decided they're not going to let you do anything, so other guys are going to have to use. Is that ever like a challenge, just mentally to stay engaged?
I swear, man, there's a couple of teams in particular. They are one of them, but it's tough. Let us try to be as disruptive as I can, and I know sometimes they might have a little target on me, but that's just an opportunity, man. I may get one tackle or two tackles, may get one PBU, but make it as valuable as possible, make it as timely as possible, and to show when my team needs me. If I'm going to be the focus, or Z's going to be the focus, whoever it is, allow ourselves to be the bait, be the decoy, and let the other guys thrive for us to win this game or us to dominate this game, whether it's on defense or as a whole. I'm not going to hang my head or be mad about my numbers if we're having a great day on defense, because at the end of the day, someone has to make the play. If someone makes a big play, I'm happy for my brother, I'm happy for my team. I'm not going to be selfish and say, I got to make that play every time. As long as we do it, job's done, I'm happy.
Is that a mindset you've had to learn a little bit? Like, I'm sure when you were younger in the league, you want to just get sacks all the time, and I'm sure you still do. But have you sort of had to learn that mindset a little?
I don't want to say as I get older, but as you get more experience, start learning. You can't make every play. Teams are going to scheme you where they're going to try to take this one guy off the field and say, all right, you guys make the play with the rest of the D-line, or DBs, linebackers, y'all make the play, whatever it is. But sometimes you're able to fight through that. Sometimes you're able to beat the scheme. Other times, you just have to take advantage of how you can when you have those times where it's 2-3 guys on you. There's a one-on-one over here, and we're ready for that. And we allow those other guys to make plays. And when my time comes, when I have a one-on-one, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm a boogie. But until then, I'm gonna beat off the guys around me and play off that energy.
Myles, can you talk about how DeJuan did in his first NFL start against TJ Watt?
The boy played well, and you can't expect them to hold up, for some of the longer duration of those plays. But for the majority of the snaps, he played very well, especially against a high talented and experienced guy like TJ. Keeping him off balance, changing up his sets, frustrating with his length and his strength. He continues to play with that and grow. He can be a dominant force. We just got to keep on taking those steps and have a lot of consistency in this game.
What's it like seeing Hub over there, right there?
Man, bittersweet. That he was here for a while. He's a great guy, great family, and always a joy to be around. But at the end of the day, we gotta get after him. We gotta get after the whole line, and it's nothing personal. We'll still smile and dap him up before, during, and after the game. But when that play starts, and between those 6.16 seconds, it's we out for blood.
Appreciate it.
Yep.